Hi, I'm Nicole. I'm the marketer here at Aldrich Solutions, and this is Bill, my colleague. He's our client sales advocate. We've been working in distribution and in the customer service industry for, we would have hit 20 years, or we will hit 20 years in January. And just as all of your other sessions are, if you have any questions during this short time, throw them in the Q&A. If you think of something tonight when you're at home, you can also message us here. Everything is just like the other sessions. You can provide an email, but if we have enough time, we will answer as many questions as we can get to at the end. And if we don't, we can always set up a call, or we can meet here during acuCONNECT one-on-one. So my hope is the next 20 minutes or so, you come away with 4 tips about your e-commerce and the state of how your e-commerce is, specifically with distribution. So the next slide, you'll see a quote at the bottom that we'll just say we're 4 months. I know we're a little less than 4 months away from the end of the year, but 2023 is nearly done. And B2B online sales are supposed to reach almost 2 trillion. That's trillion with a T, not billion with a B. So if you're not on the e-commerce train, this is one of those stats that just really hit me of, okay, it's time. We need to get on that train. And if you are, and what your current e-commerce is not providing for you in this growth, hopefully by the end of today, this presentation and all of the other ones, that you will kind of see that growth is available to you. So the 4 things we're going to just touch on that are trends right now are personalized search, artificial intelligence. I don't know if anybody here has heard about ChatGPT yet, since it came out in November, December of 2022. We'll talk about a little bit about self-service portals, which is not completely e-commerce if you aren't ready to sell online. And then a hot topic, as we've seen this entire year, has being able to pay customers being able to pay their invoices online. So let's just jump right into the personalized search. A recent study by McKinsey & Company found that the fastest growing companies drive 40% of their revenue from personalization strategies. And this technology includes advanced search, whether this is using that new AI or a code built specifically for your e-commerce site or industry. Businesses are using personalized searches to make the customer experience faster. And in just a second, we'll show you what that will kind of look like if you are a distributor in e-commerce. What does that mean for you today, besides that it eliminates frustration or your customers go someplace and just kind of scroll through to find searches? It means that your website, your e-commerce site, during a search takes the previous touch points that your customer interacted with and crafts the results from there. So if your e-commerce site has things like wish lists or favorites, previous orders, or if it allows you to do order templates, all of those bits of information are used together in that machine learning so that we can, we'll show you in just a minute what that looks like. If they don't know the part number completely, if they've ordered something before, that's when it pulls up and they don't have to scroll through. What was the name of that? I need to go to the front desk and ask Susie. It will all be personalized for them. So that means they're not tirelessly scrolling through things, walking to somebody's office to talk about a part, or they know whatever they ordered 3 months ago or 3 days ago works for them. It really just saves them time. And to be specific, this data goes back to acuMatica. Whatever is on your acuMatica site, if they had that previous purchase before, the website and that personalized search remembers what they ordered. So they don't have to, it's not like starting fresh again. So speaking of saving time, this is a big one and a hot topic for me. Have you heard of ChatGPT? This is actually a screenshot, which again, you'll see in just a moment, from our e-commerce product called Web Alliance. And we use ChatGPT inside our website for our customers to save time. So as a marketer, I don't know how many marketers I have on here. If you want to throw, if you're a marketer in the chat here, if you've heard of ChatGPT, but I have found that using this almost daily has cut my time spent and productivity. I'm getting more productive probably by 30 or 40% on a good day. Sometimes it saves me like 80%. Something that I thought would take me a couple hours takes me 10 minutes. It's nice to start from a place that has something on the page instead of having to come up and brainstorm and research on my own and kind of piecemeal it. I just throw in ideas and it gives them back to me. Well, we have discovered that our distributors, our customers are just too busy running their businesses. They have a million other things to do, and productivity and being able to do things in less time is really important to them. In order to bring people in, anybody have an e-commerce site and you're like, I can't get people, like, how do I increase my numbers to my site? That is done by SEO. Well, how do you do SEO? We got to bring some people in. We got to use some keywords. We got to have some content. Most of our businesses are like, that is low on the priority list. When they go to sleep at the end of the day, being able to pass that off to something else has been really helpful. So we have this artificial intelligence inside the e-commerce site, inside Web Alliance, so that you can write quickly. We'll show you this in just a second. Some content pages. You can see if that brings people in. You can ask ChatGPT for keywords. You can. It's a pretty incredible tool. We won't do a tutorial on ChatGPT, but AI is not going away. AI is here to stay. This is probably the biggest trend of the year, and with you guys having to navigate all of these tools, we are able to put that in a website so that it's just one less app you have to leave from the website to go figure out and use. It is already there. Speaking of leaving the website, so an e-commerce site is great, but I bet in the last 4 days or maybe 4 hours, you probably pulled up an education portal. Did you check your kids' grades? Or those of you that have older kiddos, how's that first tuition bill? We are officially back to school season. You probably have a education portal you go to check for that. Or if you're making your doctor's appointments for the fall, or you need to check your prescriptions, you probably have a portal for your doctor's office. And the reason I bring this up is because if your customers and you are already using things like portals in their personal lives, they expect that trend to bleed over into their business lives. So in today's B2B world, as we're looking at that $2 trillion growth by the end of the year, offering 24/7 customer service 365 days a year, whether your businesses are open or closed, whether someone's on your counter or not, is no longer optional. This rise in customer expectation means that their sales and customer service teams all have to provide some level of service when they're quote unquote not on the clock. And we'll show you this in a minute too, but we have a portal that you don't have to sell e-commerce on. They can go check their invoices. They can go check shipping. They can see what they previously ordered without having to sell. You don't have to have something to sell online. Just allows them to check, again, where their tuition, quote unquote, bill is, or where their prescriptions are. It just provides hands-on, which saves you time from, I don't know how many phone calls you get in needing to check information. When all of that is in a space online that is customer specific, they have a customer login, you're serving them with just having a technology tool and not having to take any kind of productivity out of your day. Inside this self-service tool or a portal, I don't know how you guys do your payments all the time, but I feel like the easiest payments for me are the ones for a personal B2C customers. When I have it on my phone, I can swipe. I use my watch. I think that is a generational thing, maybe the double tap on my watch. But businesses also want to be able to pay stuff online. Not just your clients, but our customers want to be able to receive that. And we have a customer, in fact, we met this summer, who went ahead and signed up to get some online payment options for his customers and thought, well, I'll just go ahead and offer this. I'm not sure if it's a big need, but I'd like to offer this as a customer service thing. And he's now taking hundreds of invoice payments online a week. It's pretty exciting to see that little trend take off because his customers are used to using that in their personal lives. And it's just like been an easy transition. Once a month when they send out product emails, he just puts a little blue line on the bottom and he's like, hey, don't forget, you can pay your invoice online. They click on it, goes right to that website, and they pay their payments digitally. So what's more important for you is these payments, once they make them, are also integrated back into acuCONNECT. So I think that you are either on acuCONNECT or you are here at acu-connect because you are researching into using acuCONNECT. But if you use our product, Web Alliance, here for either your e-commerce or your portal, when they make that payment, it is a possibility to go back all the way back to acuCONNECT. So you don't have to double entry. You don't have to check things that came through. And anyway, it makes it obviously much more efficient, which is the name of the game. So I would love for you to watch a little bit of what this would actually look like inside a website for you. I know it's kind kind of difficult for you to see when we're just yapping about it. So here in just a second, Bill is going to show you kind of what this might look like.
Good afternoon, everybody. So just, 4 quick trends, right? We talked about. So personalization is one, AI tools is one, self-service tools, and then of course the biggest expectation of your customers now, right, is online bill pay, right? That is pretty much a given that it's an expectation now. So let's first just talk about personalization. So personalized search, your customers, your B2B customers spend a whole lot of time on B2B sites, just not with you, right? So they have that same expectation of wanting the same type of personalization. So a true integrated B2B solution is going to give you integration back into acumatica. So you can see I'm logged in and I'm the precision photo customer. So all my information is personalized to me. So that they don't want that generic experience, right? They want that best match experience. So when they go to do a search, right, and I'm going to do just a partial search and start to pull up, and you can see as it pulls up, it starts to make those suggestions for them. So it finds the top suggested items, the top categories, and then if there were vendors involved, like in that search, then it would find it. So we spent thousands of hours on search, right? So this isn't just a generic search that we've built. It is best match technology. So whenever it goes through, it does. Nicole talked about the touch points, right? So if they purchased it previously and it's stored in Acumatica, then it's going to take that into consideration. The other tools that we have in place is, they can set up favorites, they can set up wish list, and they can go ahead and also set up what we call order templates. So I don't have time to dig into all those, but you can see, so on my search, it pulled up, and then you can see these are favorited items were the top items that it actually pulled up as far as whenever it does that search. So that true personalization, right? I'm looking for what I purchase on a regular basis. I'm not looking for what you want to sell me, right? I'm really on here to procure the things that we always buy. So one tip, include a search that is integrated not only back into Acumatica, but also the touch points on your website. All right, the next trend, right? AI, man. So before we jump into AI, right? AI is what all the cool kids are doing, right? Like Nicole said, November, December, all the cool kids are on Chat GPT. Well, in our search, you go back, we were doing cool stuff, but we called it machine learning, right? We didn't call it AI. But one of the things that came back from our customers when Chat GPT rolled out was, so how do we use that, right? What can we do on our site in order to take advantage of everything that AI can do? So the big thing that they told us was they wanted to be able to do content pages, but that's a place that they get stuck, right? They're not, marketing isn't really all that they do. They have so many different things. So how can AI help us? So we integrated it. So when you come to this content page I built here for measuring with precision, right? So I'm going to go ahead and edit this page. You can see it pops up and you have the AI assistant that you can use, but you can also just select the blocks, and there's a lot of different things. So I'm just going to show you quickly. So you can make this text shorter, make it longer, better, fix spelling, remove jargon, and on and on and on. I'm going to go ahead and just say, hey, let's make this shorter. So within a click, it goes ahead and goes back to using OpenAI, our AI assistant, and it populates all that information there. I can submit that. It's going to do a little bit of calculation, right, in order to come up and then generate a shorter description. And just with one click, talk about productivity, I can go ahead and use that, and it made it so much quicker in order to utilize that tool rather than have to spend the time in order to figure out and analyze all that information and do it for yourself. Now, one thing everybody should know about AI, right? It is a great starting point, but we also have the capability to go ahead and change. You can see, right, capitalization or punctuation wasn't exactly right. Make some changes, missing the in that sentence. So you still have the ability to update that. So one tip when looking at your marketing e-commerce, find a tool that's going to give you tools, right, to take advantage of AI and all the popular trends. Next trend, self-service tools. So whenever you have a site, right, it is people are coming to get answers, right? So if you just have a marketing site and you don't have it integrated into acumatica, then they're not going to find the answers that they're looking for. So for instance, we have two different options. One is a full e-commerce. This would be a customer service portal, right? So I want access as your customer 24/7, right? I want to be able to come on. I want to see what I need to find out without making a call. We're really at that point, right, where people don't want to spend time picking up the phone and making those calls in order to find tracking information, to see their recent company orders, their web orders as far as e-commerce, quotes, frequently purchased items. Of course, in this case, we have all types of shopping tools because it's a customer portal, but you also have all your account tools, including Next Trend pay invoices online. Now, you say to me, e-commerce, that's really not who we are and what our business is. So there is an option, right, to still provide a customer portal that's not e-commerce. Same thing as far as tracking orders, seeing company orders, seeing quotes in many of the same account tools. But they could also search part numbers just on a customer service portal. So let's go ahead and do that same search tape rule. It's not full e-commerce, right? But it does give you some basic information that's all being pulled from Acumatica, including if something's in stock and what my specific pricing is, if that is available. And then they can click and find more details, right? And potentially go ahead and see their purchase history. So tip number 3 is to have a e-commerce or a customer portal that is integrated back into Acumatica to be able to provide the data that your customers are looking for. Trend number 4, the expectation of bill pay. I personally, all my bills, I pay everything online. I don't write a check. I don't take the time to go pay somebody. So you want to have that capability. Your customers have that same expectation 24/7. So with a click on the portal, they can come up and pull up all their open invoices. And this isn't something that's being updated once a day, once a week, once a month. This is live. So these are all the live open invoices I have at Acumatica as a customer. Now, I could spend a long time going over this, but you can see at a glance, right? I can choose which invoice I want to pay. I can pay it with ACH. I can pay it with credit card, but I can pay it today. And like Nicole said, I had a customer add online invoice payment to e-commerce. In 6 months, he took 800 invoice payments. So your customers are out there looking to pay online. They're not looking to keep doing things the old-fashioned way. And I'm sure you'd be more than happy to be excited to take less trips to the bank. So that, at a glance, gives us what we're looking for. I can go deeper if somebody wants to contact us. Be more than happy. You can actually go ahead and scan this QR code. We can set up a time to do a demo. You can also visit our site. You can find a lot of information, right? You ask, we answer.
We have a couple minutes left. Can you answer a couple like overarching questions? If you asked a specific question, I've messaged you that we can kind of connect and figure that out individually. But can this replace our existing e-commerce website? I already answered and typed in yes, but do you want to kind of expand on what that might look like if they already have e-commerce and they're needing something more distribution based or specific for them?
Yeah, so built from the ground up, right? We've been doing it for 19 plus years, and we plant our flag in B2B. So we are specialized and give tools, which I could go deeper into a demo if you want to schedule a personal demo of all the tools that we have in place. But yes, this very much could replace your current. If you don't want to replace your current, you can go the customer service portal side, right, in order to have that integrated customer portal.
And then probably the last question, you segued into that perfectly, was someone asked, how does this differ from the Acumatica customer service portal, or does it replace it?
Yeah, I haven't dug deep into the Acumatica portal, but I've had a few people show it to me a little bit. It really is the look and feel, right? This customer service portal really makes them feel just like they're going to their bank portal, or like Nicole said, their school portal, right? It really gives them that nice, clean layout and easy to use. They don't have to think about how to. I mean, it's all laid out. It's very intuitive, quick and easy, and it's all live. Plus, it isn't directly into Acumatica. I don't know. too many of my customers don't want their customers dialing right into their ERP. So this is a vehicle, it's a layer away from your acumatica. So they're not poking around in your acumatica. They're using your portal or your e-commerce in order to see that portal right there.
Awesome. Well, it looks like a majority of us, by the way, take our coffee black. So looks like I'm the winner over here. Thank you guys for being here this afternoon. I tried to get to some of your individual questions. If you have something that you like specifically need pricing, or if we can do, just reach out to us. We'll be here for the next 2 days. And if you are busy the next 2 days with all of these amazing sessions on the agenda, we can definitely fit you in Friday or next week. So thanks, Bill. I really appreciate it. I love that. And I don't know if you saw in the chat, but I have like high-fiving all my other marketers here that are like ChatGPT for the win. I think the people we feel like that SEO really helps, and customer portal as well. So again, have a great afternoon. Thank you for showing up, and we will talk to you guys later.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, Bill.